Introducing the new and improved taste of Pepsi Zero Sugar. Now,
Check it out.
introducing the new and improved taste of Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. Try it now.
Check it out.
Southwest Printers is a third-generation printing company. From letterheads to business cards and all types of invitations, books, and magazines. Our dedicated staff care about your project and work to get it right the first time, every time. Southwest Printers' design team makes your art stand out above the rest. Our printing team will handle your project like it's the only one in the shop. Let us print your signs, banners, window lettering, event tickets, invitations, and much, much more. Remember, Southwest Printers. If you can think it, we can print it.
Find us fast in names and numbers.
V for a newer model to hit the road in. Even if you don't purchase from Richland, they want to buy your vehicle for top dollar. But if you do buy from Richland, don't forget, they're the home of the powertrain warranty for life. That's a whole lot of confidence for you. See Richland for details. 2nd and Sycamore and 1309 Southeast Main.
Your destination for health is closer than you think. You don't have to drive hours for personalized care. You can get high-quality health care right here, close to home, at Artesia General Hospital. From hip, knee, and shoulder replacements to sports injuries, general surgery, pain management, and wound care, our providers will help you get back to doing the things you love right here in Southeast New Mexico. Artesia General Hospital is here for you when you need us. To learn more about some of our key service lines, visit artesiageneral.com/closer.
Bob Reed Pest Control protects you and your home by controlling pests that invade. Bob Reed Pest Control understands the importance of safety in and around your home from unwanted pests. Protect your family's most important investment, your home, and protect your children and pets from the dangers of poisonous bugs and insects. Call Bob Reed Pest Control today and let our fully licensed pest control professionals start working for you and your family. Find us fast in names and numbers. Call 623-5344, serving all of Southeast New Mexico. Bob Reed Pest Control protects you and your home by controlling pests that invade. Bob Reed Pest Control understands the importance of safety in and around your home from unwanted pests. Protect your family's most important investment, your home, and protect your children and pets from the dangers of poisonous bugs and insects. Call Bob Reed Pest Control today and let our fully licensed pest control professionals start working for you and your family. Find us fast in names and numbers.
Big O Tires' biggest Black Friday sale is here. For a limited time, get unbeatable savings on the tire brands you know and trust, plus savings on brakes, oil changes, air filters, and more. All with multiple financing options tailored to you. These savings won't last. Make an appointment online at bigotires.com or stop in today. Big O Tires, the team you trust.
Even if you swing the golf club like an arthritic giant gorilla, you'll look good on the course in professional polos, shirts, and hats embroidered by Business Notions. Even add your company logo to golf balls. So don't look like a gorilla. Call Business Notions at 625-2840. Professional embroidery and screen printing, perfect for your next event and sports teams. Business Notions. Our business is making your business look good. 625-2840.
Hey CVE members, have you scheduled your no-cost home energy audit? If not, it's time to sign up. Call 575-746-3571 to get your name on the list for a free home energy audit. Weather stripping, new door sweeps, minor repairs, and much more. Start saving money and keep that purchased air in your home. Central Valley Electric Cooperative is happy to partner with Green Metal Energy for this valuable audit. Again, 575-746-3571.
Calici's is
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Coyote Basketball. We're going to shift gears here. Art Sandoval, Kelly McDonald, live on KSVPTV.com. It is December 5th, 2023. So the Roswell Coyotes coming in this contest 1-0, taking on the Organ Mountain Knights. And this is going to be an exciting game because the Organ Mountain Knights was a Final Four team last year and currently ranked preseason fourth in the 5A classifications. That's correct.
Yeah, and they've got 6 players that are at least 6'3" or taller. The shortest guy listed is listed at 5'10", so, now I see a 5'9" kid. But, I mean, this is a big team. This is probably as big an overall team as they'll face all year. So an early test for these Roswell Coyotes.
Absolutely. So it looks like the Organ Mountain Knights, they're actually assisted by Fred Bellamy, Nick Clark, and Coach Parker. And the head coach is Rocky Gonzalez. And let's go over the roster here for the Organ Mountain Knights in this contest here at the Coyote Den. Number 2 is Patrick Delahousie, the 6-foot junior, followed by number 3, Jaime Renteria Garcia, the 5'11" sophomore. Number 15 is Ethan Pack, 6'3" junior, playing forward. And number 20 is Paul Hill, the 5'10 junior. And number 21 is Ray Venegas, 6'4 junior. And number 32 is Derek Rodriguez, the 6'6 freshman. And that's correct, 6'6 freshman. And the starting lineup for the Organ Mountain Knights. Number 5 is Lenny Washington, the 6'4 junior. And number 11 is Ethan Coombs, 6' junior. Number 12 is Niai, 6'3 senior. And number 14 is Emmett McDaniel, the 5'9 sophomore. And finally, number 33 is Brandon Karras, the 6'5 senior. That's the starting lineups for the Organ Mountain Knights. And for the 1-0 Roswell Coyotes, let's get that for you here. The roster for the Roswell Coyotes. Number 1 is Kyle Mesquite, sophomore. Number 2 is Tony Serrano. Number 5 is Manny Fuentes, senior. And number 20 is Jalen Cloud, junior. Number 22 is Josh Estrada, senior. And number 24 is Omar Ramos, senior. And number 40 is Gilbert Benitez, senior. And then Frankie Anaya, junior. And the starters for tonight's game is number 3, Zai Carrasco. Zai Carrasco classified as a junior, followed by number 4, Stephen McCaskill, senior. And number 10 is Jacob Palomino, junior. And Josh Martinez, number 21, classified as a junior. Number 23 is Rylan Saraceno, junior. And the Roswell Coyotes are assisted by Chris Barola, Derek Gomez. And the head coach for the Roswell Coyotes is Dude Moises Barola. So those are your starting lineups for tonight's contest. And as Coach McDonald did reference earlier, the Organ Mountain Knights, this is their first game tonight, but a very, very well-disciplined team tonight.
Yeah, and they've got just 2 seniors, so this is a young team, but it's, you know, a team that's not just going places, they're kind of already there.
All right, so Organ Mountain will gain possession here. 0-0, 7:45 left in this first quarter. And that guy right there, number 33, is Brandon Karras. The Roswell Coyotes are really going to have to key on him. Talked to Coach Barola before the game, and he said this guy is real good and could end up being a potential Division I ball player.
Well, and as you said, he is a senior, so he's been there, done that. Like you said, this team got to the Final Four last year. Looked like a travel. Then they bail him out with a foul call. Looks like it's going to be a foul on Coombs.
So Rylan Saraceno, returning from last season, on the court, and I agree with you. It looked like he traveled a little bit there, and looks like that's not the case here. But now Zai Carrasco, the top of the key, will swing it over to the left side to Saraceno. Saraceno back to Carrasco. Looks like the Organ Mountain Knights playing a little man defense as of right this moment. McCaskill was in double figures last game. Carrasco from three-point range, up, no good, rebounded by Palomino. And Coach McDonald, here's one of the things that it was questionable that Palomino actually hurt his finger again last game. And it looks like he's going to be okay. He wrapped the finger up, and it looks like he's going to get quality minutes here in this ballgame.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, those finger injuries linger, and, you know, basketball, any sport obviously, but especially basketball, and it is on the non-shooting hand, so, you know, there is that. But
right,
it is going to affect him, ball handling, rebounding, all that kind of stuff. He'll be all right, though.
Palomino shooting 2 shots. Misses the first one. The second one is up, and the Coyotes on the board. 2-1 as the Organ Mountain Knights take the lead. Full court pressure by the Roswell Coyotes. And Wilson dumps it in over once again to Karras. Karras is going to go to the boards, and it looks like he is going to be fouled. .6:45 remaining in quarter number 1. The Roswell Coyotes did defeat the Gaston Panthers 77-46 on December 2nd. Karras misses the first one.
Palomino 1 for 2, right?
That's correct. And Karras sinks the second one. Now it's 3-1 in favor of the Knights. McCaskill back to Palomino, back to McCaskill as he crosses midcourt. Swings it over to Carrasco. Nice pass from Carrasco to Josh Martinez, and it looks like there is going to be a kicked ball.
Yeah, so they got the ball right where you want it, right? You get it to your post right there on the box, the low box, but you can't do anything with it, and that's because of the size disadvantage that Roswell's looking at in this game. I mean, their starters go 6'5", 6'4", 6'3".
There's McCaskill driving to the hoop, and he's going to go to the line and shoot 2.
And if this is on Coombs, it's not. It's on Washington. I thought it was going to be a second on Coombs early. Kind of early foul trouble. Sorry to jump in there.
No, you're good.
And we have the new foul bonus situation.
So, Coach, explain that to our listeners here when you have a chance. It looks like McCaskill will sink the first free throw to make it 3-2.
Yeah, so basically there are no more 1-and-1 free throws, and you have bonus available every quarter. So on the 5th foul, you can shoot 2 shots on every foul. Now, shooting fouls are still 2 shots or 3 shots.
Regardless,
but there's no more
1-and-1.
No more 1+1, as they used to say.
Mm-hmm.
There's that trademark coyote trapping defense. Gets the ball out to the Knights. And nearly a 5-second violation.
That was real close.
I'm not sure what he's waiting on.
All right, now it's going to be Emmett McDaniel. Going to swing it back over to number 12, Niai. 3-point range is number 5. Lenny Washington misses, and it's going to be rebounded by the Roswell Coyotes. It looks like Saraceno's just going to give it back to Palomino. Palomino had the opportunity to watch a little practice the last couple of days during the class period, and it looks like Palomino is really one of the standouts here in this Coyote team this year.
Yeah, they're going to be counting on him, and they're going to call the travel on Palomino. So turnover there. I guess I keep turnovers too, don't I?
Sure can. Well, Coach Barola was also talking about how he had at least 5 ball players against the Gadsden Panthers last game were in double figures.
Well, that's what any coach would love to have. You know, you want balance. You don't want to be too reliant on one person. As we get another bucket from Karras. Brandon Karras, he's going to be a problem all night, partner.
5-3 is a score in favor of the Oñate Knights. Palomino, top of the key, guarded by Washington. Palomino swings it over to Carrasco. Carrasco will shoot the 3-point shot if he can, but off the backboard for 2. And Carrasco gets some life back to the Roswell Coyotes, making it 5-5. Good trap, but look at this. Could it be a slam dunk? No, it's going to be an easy layup for Yanai Wilson. Nia, excuse me. And Saraceno for 3, up, no good.
Roswell's going to keep the ball there. So until that basket, it was Karras with all 5 of Oregon Mountain's points. More balanced attack for Roswell.
Oh, that's a nice pass. Looks like Saraceno will not be able to handle it. It will be a turnover, and Oregon Mountain will gain possession. Yeah, Niai Wilson dribbling, top of the key, almost taken away by McCaskill. McCaskill is currently 6'5".
Yeah, he's the tallest on our roster.
And Oregon Mountain swings it on over once again back to number 11. That's going to be Ethan Coombs. Coombs guarded by Saraceno. And it looks like Ray Venegas. Looks like he's going to lose the ball, but they're going to say it was out on the Roswell Coyotes. So it will be Oregon Mountain's ball, 7-5. If you're just now tuning in at KSPTV.com. Turnover as Carrasco will dribble across court. Saraceno now. will be fouled, and it looks like Ethan Coombs, once again, that's going to be his second.
Yeah, and he'll likely have to come out. Looks like they had somebody coming in for him anyway. So that makes that foul even worse. No, they're not. They are going to take him now. They weren't. But they've got to now with 2 fouls. So next foul by Organ Mountain will mean 2 free throws for Roswell with the new system.
Carrasco swings it over to Saraceno for 3 points, and it's up and good. Coyotes take the first lead of this contest, 8-7, with 3:55 remaining in quarter number 1.
Yeah, good start by Roswell here. Good energy. They're fired up on defense. They're hitting the boards. They just got to maintain it now.
And there's a 3-point shot by Lenny Washington. And Karras loses the ball, and here comes the Roswell Coyotes, and Palomino will control it here as he goes across the timeline. Dribbles with his left hand. Carrasco is going to take it himself and go to the board, and looks like
offensive foul.
An offensive foul on the Roswell Coyotes, so that's going to be Carrasco's first personal.
And that's 2 on Carrasco.
Oh, did we miss one here?
We did. So he'll have to be smart if he leaves him in here. I think I'm taking him out at this point.
Well, I guess they're saying it's okay. It is. And now McCaskill's going to be called for a foul.
McDaniel replaces Washington for Organ Mountain.
8-7 is your score.
We'll see how deep these coaches go. Usually, nice block by McCaskill, but Karras stays with it. I was going to say, usually early in the season, you see coaches maybe going a little deeper in their bench. They're setting the rotation.
Jacob Palomino going to the hole, but at the corner you have Zai Carrasco.
Yeah, it's going to be a foul, I believe, on Wilson here. Let's see.
And that is going to be on Wilson. That is going to be his first personal. So Palomino will go to the line.
Yeah, and I like this sub right here if he's coming for Zai, but doesn't look like he is. So he's coming for Jacob.
Okay, Palomino, his first shot is up and no good. So Omar Ramos comes in the ball game, and Saraceno will take a breather. And another miss by Palomino.
Offensive rebound. There's the hustle plays. Saraceno loses the glasses.
I have to get him some support there.
Yeah.
Carrasco now loses the rock here as Patrick De La Houssaye with the ball, but there it is with Karras. Oh, good rebound by McCaskill.
2 quick fouls on Yanai Wilson. So 2 starters with 2 fouls for Organ Mountain here with 2.5 left in the first quarter. Could be an issue going forward. And now they do take Carrasco out, and I like that substitution. I mean, it's fine to trust him to be able to play with 2, but you've already got 2 starters with 2 out on the other side. You don't want to have one of your key guys pick up a third in the first quarter. So I like the sub.
Well, it looks like Coach Chris Barola kind of having a discussion now with Jalen Cloud. It looks like he is in the ball game, as you mentioned. Likely took the place of Carrasco as he gets a breather. He probably will not see the rest of this first quarter.
No, and probably, I mean, if I'm coaching, I'm leaving him out till at least halfway through the second quarter.
I mean, yeah.
Depending on how the game goes. The game gets away from you, you might be tempted to put him in earlier than that, but I would leave him out.
Well, McCaskill sinks the first free throw. It's 9-9. And there's the second shot. That's up and good. So the Coyotes now have the second lead of the ball game as Renteria Garcia gives it over to De La Houssaye, and it's going to be taken away by the Coyotes. And looks like Palomino going to the hoop, and no good. And great job by the Coyotes offensively. Now Saraceno with the ball on the left side. Swings it over to McCaskill. And McCaskill loses it, and now here comes the Oregon Mountain Knights with Renteria Garcia. And that's just great defense by the Roswell Coyotes. It is going to be Oregon Mountain's ball. Substitution coming in now. Looks like number 21 for the Roswell Coyotes is going to be number 21 is going to be Josh Martinez.
Turnover. Kind of sloppy here, both ways.
Yeah.
I've got 4 turnovers by each team. And make it 5 for Roswell.
So it looks like Oregon Mountain now is just going to slow down a little bit, and Jalen Cloud going to be covering, playing some defense on Lenny Washington.
I would think Oregon Mountain would be kind of a more half-court oriented team with that size, but you never know these days. You know, you get athletes at all shapes and sizes.
There's a swing over, shot by Washington, up no good. And it's going to be a foul on the ground. So it looks like number 24, Omar Ramos, will be called for his first foul.
14th foul of the quarter, so all fouls will be free throws for the rest of this quarter, and now we got a 30-second timeout.
All right, we'll be right back. You're listening and watching KSRPTV.com and Roswell Coyote Basketball.
Your destination for health is closer than you think. You don't have to drive hours for personalized care. You can get high-quality health care right here, close to home, at Artesia General Hospital. From hip, knee, and shoulder replacements to sports injuries, general surgery, pain management, and wound care, our providers will help you get back to doing the things you love right here in Southeast New Mexico. Artesia General Hospital is here for you when you need us. To learn more about some of our key service lines, visit artesiageneral.com/closer.
All right, we're back here at the Coyote Den as the Roswell Coyotes lead the Oregon Mountain Knights at 10-9. And I tell you what, this has been a pretty decent contest. A little sloppy here at the start of the game, but looks like maybe the Roswell Coyotes and Oregon Mountain also have kind of just slowed the pace down a little bit, trying to regain momentum. But I'm kind of impressed with the Coyotes here in game 2.
No, I am too. You know, they did start the season off well, as you mentioned. In our brief pregame, they beat Gadsden 77-46. You know, that's a 31-point victory in their first game of the season. But, you know, this is much higher level of competition. And we have, I just want to say, a very observant and superintendent in this district. On a separate note. All right, that's going to be an offensive foul, and that's going to go down as a turnover.
Yeah, you know, that's exactly right. Appreciate Mr. Brian Luck actually supporting the Roswell Coyotes here in this contest. 1 minute and 15 seconds left here in quarter number 1. 10-9 is the score in favor of the Roswell Coyotes. And just like that, Lenny Washington will go across the timeline. You know, speaking of Brian Luck is really, I mean, he's an athletic supporter, but he's really
Is that a dad joke there?
well, hey, nice job by Omar Ramos for 2. But no, he's actually a basketball guy. He was one of your teammates, is that correct, back in the day?
You know, we were never on the same team. He's a couple years younger than
Same
me.
program. You're going to the Goddard Rocket program.
That's exactly right.
But, of course, we won't say his age, I suppose.
No, because then we'd know mine. So that looks to be a foul on Ray Venegas.
Yeah, Venegas. That would be his first?
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, I'm missing a foul somewhere on an Oregon Mountain player, so I'll have to.
Well, that's going to be 8.
8-4, right?
Team fouls for Oregon Mountain.
And that's in the quarter.
And that's in the quarter. 4 team fouls for the Coyotes. And the Roswell Coyotes really struggling here in this first quarter with free throws.
They really are. That is the 4th miss in 10 attempts. So that won't get it done against a tough opponent. Usually you don't get away with that. Ooh, and more subs coming in here.
Well, and then Cloud sinks the second free throw.
Mosquita and Serrano coming in both? Oh, no, Mosquita
no,
and
it's
Estrada.
Yeah, Kyle Mosquita. in the ball game.
Josh looks taller in these football gear than he does.
You know, he really does. Oh, there's a three-point shot. It's up and no good. Shot by Ray Venegas. And looks like Josh Martinez losing his glasses.
We got to get some straps for these guys.
Yeah.
All right, so that is a hell ball, the call, so will not be a turnover. That
good recovery there by
nearly,
Cloud.
Nearly a turnover, but
it is a turnover. And an easy bucket for Emmett McDaniel. And now the Coyotes on the lead by 2. It is 13-11. 13 seconds left here in quarter one.
Cloud turns it over again.
That's his second turnover.
Yeah. Oh, gonna get the block here.
And that's an excellent
Mosquito.
call.
Yeah, no, that's right. He's sliding with him. That's a good call.
6.3 seconds left in quarter one. Coyotes do lead in a very, very important contest here. This is only the second game for the Roswell Coyotes and the first contest for Organ Mountain. As we mentioned, Organ Mountain was a Final Four contender last year. And
yeah, it's a good early test. I mean, it's you know, they can kind of make an early name for themselves in the season. You know, maybe pick up some early voting in the coaches poll, and obviously you move up the max preps.
Rumor is that they have the chance to go back to the Final Four. They are currently ranked 4th with 115 votes.
Yeah, no, this is high expectations for this Organ Mountain team. 5 seconds. Let's see if they handle the clock here.
Cloud going to take it to the bucket, and that's going to expire. So the Coyotes lead in the first quarter. At the end of one, I beg your pardon, 13-12. We're going to take a break. You are listening to KSVPTV.com and Coyote Basketball.
Your destination for health is closer than you think. You don't have to drive hours for personalized care. You can get high-quality health care right here, close to home, at Artesia General Hospital. From hip, knee, and shoulder replacements to sports injuries, general surgery, pain management, and wound care, our providers will help you get back to doing the things you love right here in Southeast New Mexico. Artesia General Hospital is here for you when you need us. To learn more about some of our key service lines, visit artesiageneral.com/closer.
Bob Reed Pest Control protects you and your home by controlling pests that invade. Bob Reed Pest Control understands the importance of safety in and around your home from unwanted pests. Protect your family's most important investment, your home, and protect your children and pets from the dangers of poisonous bugs and insects. Call Bob Reed Pest Control today and let our fully licensed pest control professionals start working for you and your family. Find us fast in names and numbers. Call 623-5344, serving all of Southeast New Mexico.
13-12 is the score at the end of one in favor of the Roswell Coyotes. To begin the second quarter, looks like Palomino, Saraceno, Zykarosco, Stephen McCaskill, and number 21 will be Josh Martinez for the Coyotes. And for the Oñate, excuse me, I beg your pardon, for the Organ Mountain Knights, I knew I was going to say that, Yanei Wilson, Number 14, that's going to shoot a three-point shot. It's up and good, is Emmett McDaniel. And let's see, number 5 is going to be Lenny Washington. I said McDaniel already. And Ethan Coombs. And then finally, Ray Venegas. And a three-point shot for Stephen McCaskill. That's going to be up and good. 16-50 now is the score here in quarter number 2 in favor of the Roswell Coyotes. So,
nice defensive rebound there by Carrasco, battling with the bigger bodies inside.
So Yanei. Oh!
Hard foul.
It's going to be a hard foul by Lenny Washington.
All right, so that's 3 starters for Organ Mountain now with 2 personal fouls. I'm thinking at this point it's going to be an issue.
Well, I'm going to be real curious to see what Rocky Gonzalez, the head coach, does here. If indeed it is the foul on Washington, and it's going to be confirmed, isn't it?
Yes.
Roswell Coyote struggling at the free throw line. That's going to be a factor here at the conclusion of this ball game, Coach.
Yeah, I kind of remember Jacob being a pretty decent free throw shooter from last year, but he's 1 for 5 so far tonight.
Well, and as you know,
might be the finger. I mean, even if it's the non-shooting hand, it's tough.
Well, and not only that, you're just now coming off, playing off the state championship football team, and along with Zy Carrasco and a couple others, so they're going to have to still get in basketball shape.
Yeah, Estrada, Cloud, Carrasco, Palomino, all those guys have just had a few practices.
So, is that Yanei?
Turnover for Oregon Mountain. Good defense.
Okay. Okay, 17-15 if you're just now tuning in to KSVPTV.com. 6:42 remaining in this first half. Zy Carrasco dribbles from the left side. Takes the three-point shot up and no good. Rebounded by Yanei Wilson. He's going to dribble, guarded by Palomino, and he's going to take the jumper up. No, it is going to be good. So 2 points for Wilson and the Oregon Mountain Knights. Mesquite underneath, and a great job by Palomino. And Palomino for 2. So Palomino will go to the line to shoot the and one.
First foul on Karras, but now all 5 starters with at least one foul, and 3 of them with 2 fouls. This Coyotes need to keep playing aggressively offensively, keep attacking the basket, attacking the defenders, and if you have to find out how deep the Oregon Mountain bench is, that's to your advantage.
Okay, Palomino shoots the and one, and that's up and good. So the Roswell Coyotes now take a 3-point lead. And this is, again, a very, very important contest here for the Roswell Coyotes, as the Oregon Mountain Knights are currently ranked 4th. Coyotes got some votes as well, but it looks like they're ranked 16th.
Yeah,
in the
16th in the coaches poll. And I would assume they're going to be in that range in the first Max Preps when that comes out.
Sure.
I think they wait until teams have 4 games before they
actually have the algorithm.
Yeah. So it'll be another week or so.
Okay, Palomino will swing it over to Saraceno. Saraceno up for 3, up no good, and rebounded by number 15. That's Ethan Pack, the 6'3 junior. And they're going to find Wilson as Wilson goes across the timeline. And just like that, what a shot, and it's going to be good for Yanei Wilson for 2. Baseline, and looks like Saraceno travels a little bit there. I think he got away with that one.
Maybe he thought he did too, and that's why he missed it. Yeah, that's a good call. So 2 straight charges down here, and that's going to be on Renteria Garcia. So now even the bench players picking up quick fouls, and next foul is bonus, 2-shot bonus. I mean, the Coyotes really need to take advantage of this and stay aggressive offensively.
Palomino going to dribble to the right side, see if he continues going to the right.
They don't want jump shots. They want to drive to the basket.
So the Roswell Coyotes working left to right on your radio dial. Looks like there's going to be another turnover. Oh, that's a heads-up play by Saraceno.
Yep, smart play. High IQ play.
Very nice.
And that will be the 4th turnover already in just a little over, 3 minutes?
Yeah, at least.
So.
Oh, and I failed to mention, new to the coaching staff is Aaron Collier. He's doing the freshman level at this year as a first-year coach. Actually, I had the opportunity to coach Aaron. He was one of my quarterbacks back in the day when, as my favorite word is, America, when America was America. Also played for Britt Cooper and Dude Barola back in the day as well.
Ooh, little movement on the ground with the ball there. That could have been called a travel. Gonna let it go. So kind of reward the hustle, which I'm okay with.
So Yania Wilson with the dribble. Swings it over to Ray Venegas. Now Renteria Garcia from 3. They're going to call for 3. No, they're going to say he's off.
Yeah, just 2.
Was he on the line? Okay, perfect. So 21-20 now, the Coyotes do trail here in the second quarter. 4:06 remaining in this first half. Cloud with the ball on the left side. And he's going to take a shot, and I think that call is correct. So we're going to get Cloud with the travel.
Yeah, it's been a rough start for Cloud.
Yeah, Cloud has already had about 2 or 3 turnovers in this first half.
Yeah, at least.
If not more.
I'm thinking maybe 4, but.
Okay.
But like you said, he's probably had 3 practices.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. And that's just, good credit to Coach Barola's team right there. The athletes and the caliber of athletes, I should say, that the Roswell Coyotes have on this basketball team, I'm telling you what, they're going to be fun to watch this whole year.
They will.
And I tell you one thing that it's just my opinion. Oh, we're going to count that, huh? It's going to be number 15, Ethan Pack, off the backboard for 2. But, one of the things that you and I always talk about, you have 4 or 5 athletes right now on that bench, or on this squad, I should say, coming from the state championship. I was going to say state runner-ups, played for a state championship.
Mm-hmm.
It carries on over to the next sport. And, I think once you get a little taste of that state championship action, I think the Roswell Coyotes had that opportunity to be pretty good here in this basketball season.
There you go, Jalen. Oh, that's a good take, though. That's what they want. They want to attack the basket. Going to go Jacob?
Well, they are going to call it on Palomino. Palomino, that's going to be his first personal. So right now, is that correct?
Yeah.
4 team fouls for Oregon Mountain and the Roswell Coyotes with 2. Coyotes do trail by 4 with 3:17 left here in this first half. Ethan Pack dribbling baseline, and a good job by Saraceno. So it looks like the feet were set, huh?
Yeah, I mean, that's that Coyote defense. And, you can be rusty. That's all well and good. But if the hustle's there,
sure.
And that's what this defense has shown. Maybe we are a little rusty. Maybe we haven't had a lot of practice. But, man, they are working their tails off on defense, and it's showing. I think that's 4 charges they've taken in this first half. That's what they have to do right there. Let's see who they get.
So McCaskill will be fouled.
It's like
he will go to the line to shoot 2.
Venegas.
Oh,
no, they said 12, not 21. So that's 3 on Wilson. So there it is. So there's the starter with 3 fouls in the first half. So.
Yeah, Nehai Wilson, the 6'3" senior. And there's McCaskill as he sinks the first one.
Yeah, and the Coyotes have struggled from the line, but McCaskill hasn't. He's 5 for 5.
8 points for McCaskill thus far. Looks like Carrasco will get ready to come in the ball game here.
And I like that he sat till now. I really do.
All right, so Saraceno will have a seat. Carrasco will enter the ball game.
And Carrasco's still got to play smart. You don't want to pick up that third because then that limits your playing time in the second half.
McCaskill.
And that's two steal attempts from McCaskill. Thought it was off Oregon Mountain, but good hustle, as you said, nonetheless. Is that a little lackey walking by him?
It might be. Emmett McDaniel, top of the key, swings it over to Hill. Hill's going to take the shot, and
wow.
It's going to be good, but it's going to be for only 2 points, and he's going to be fouled.
So they said it was a 2?
It's going to be a 2-point
because he was close.
Shot. He was on the line.
It's bad to foul a 3-point shooter because they get 3 free throws. It's really bad when you foul them, they still make it.
Well,
luckily, I guess his foot was on the line.
Yeah, so the and one was up and good. So now the Oregon Mountain Knights take a 27-22 lead here with 2:38 remaining in the first half. You're watching KSVPTV.com. Art Sandoval, Kelly McDonald from the Coyote Den. Jalen Cloud, top of the key, swings it to Carrasco. Back to Palomino. McCaskill now to Cloud, baseline. And I think that is the right call, as Cloud will be called for the travel.
Yeah, no, that's a good call.
Yeah.
And mostly it was because he hopped on one foot. I mean, you get 2 steps, but they can't be with the same foot.
Renteria Garcia back to number 20, Paul Hill. Baseline shot, and that's going to be up no good as he misses.
So Venegas with the foul. Palomino to the line. And by my count, and I'm missing a foul on Organ Mountain somewhere, that's 4 Organ Mountain players with at least 2 fouls. Jacob.
I didn't see that as I was looking at some rosters. Did he just miss it? Okay. Enough said. Not even in the area code?
Missed everything.
Oh, he did, huh?
Yeah.
Well, you're used to catching that football. And all right, that second one is going to be good.
Net, so.
So Kyle Mosquita will enter the ball game, and Palomino will take a breather. McDaniel, top of the key. Swings over to Renteria Garcia. Shot is up and no good, and here comes the Roswell Coyotes and Zy Carrasco.
Good move there by Cloud.
Cloud in for 2.
Coyotes back to within 2, and there's a near turnover. And there it is.
Garcia Carrasco, can he do it? Oh, he decided to go in with the finger roll.
Smart. Need the 2 points for sure. That's smart.
27-27 with 1:13 left here in the first half. Renteria Garcia with the ball, guarded by Carrasco, trapped up by Carrasco and Mosquita. And Saraceno got a piece of it.
He did, but still able to. That's good strength there by Venegas.
Yeah, Venegas kind of really playing a pretty good first half here as the Organ Mountain Knights take the lead 29-27. That's a nice pass by Cloud to Mosquita. Mosquita will go to the line to shoot 2.
And a good job drawing the foul. Looks like they're going to get Pack. It'll be his second. Let's just verify. So the fouls mount up in a big old pile here for the Organ Mountain Knights, and we'll see how Mosquita does with his first free throws of the night.
I can tell you the first one is up and no good, and that's been the name of the game for the Roswell Coyotes, missed free throws.
Yeah, left a lot of points out there. And Mosquita, good job drawing the foul there because he didn't really have much to work with under the basket.
Okay, so the second one is up and good for Kyle Mosquita. 37 seconds left in the first half. Good job by Saraceno. Turnover. It's going to be a turnover on Ray Venegas.
So a quick break for Palomino as he's back in for offense here in what could be the last possession.
More than likely will. But let's see what happens here as Cloud goes across the timeline. Thinking about baseline, almost loses it. But Carrasco for 3! (31-29) in favor of the Roswell Coyotes. Oh, and here is number 15. That's going to be Ethan Pack.
Yeah, I like the call too. I think he's sliding. I mean, I love the effort, don't get me wrong, but I think he's sliding into in there.
Yeah, the officials in this contest, Hector Velasco out of Roswell, New Mexico, David Solis out of Roswell, New Mexico, and then Lawrence Velasquez out of Hondo, New Mexico. They are the officiating crew here in tonight's contest between the Roswell Coyotes and the Organ Mountain Knights.
I didn't realize Pack made the shot. So
he did make it. Oh, he did make it.
He did.
Okay, so I thought he did miss it. So it is good for Pack and misses the and one. And that is going to end the first half. It's all tied up at 31. We're going to take a break. We'll come back, talk a little Coyote basketball, do some statistics. You're listening and watching KSVPTV.com.
Big O Tire's biggest Black Friday sale is here. For a limited time, get unbeatable savings on the tire brands you know and trust, plus savings on brakes, oil changes, air filters, and more. All with multiple financing options tailored to you. These savings won't last. Make an appointment online at bigotires.com or stop in today. Big O Tires, the team you trust.
Even if you swing the golf club like an arthritic giant gorilla, you'll look good on the course in professional polos, shirts, and hats embroidered by Business Notions. Even add your company logo to golf balls. So don't look like a gorilla. Call Business Notions at 625-2840. Professional embroidery and screen printing, perfect for your next event and sports teams. Business Notions. Our business is making your business look good. 625-2840.
Hey CVE members, have you scheduled your no-cost home energy audit? If not, it's time to sign up. Call 575-746-3571 to get your name on the list for a free home energy audit. Weather stripping, new door sweeps, minor repairs, and much more. Start saving money and keep that purchased air in your home. Central Valley Electric Cooperative is happy to partner with Green Metal Energy for this valuable audit. Again, 575-746-3571.
Hi, my name is Chance with Trustmark Roofing and Windows, and here's what you should expect during your window inspection. Upon my arrival, you'll receive a 15-minute courtesy call letting you know I'm on the way. Once I'm in your home, I'm going to be checking for moisture indication, functionality, and any kind of energy efficiency improvements to the inside and outside of your home. After my inspection, I'll give you my professional opinion, and then you can decide whether you want a no-obligation quote. Myself or the office will contact you to set up a date when I can show you my products and options to best suit your needs. So when choosing windows, choose Trustmark Roofing and Windows. Our goal is to give you a 5-star service and get you what you deserve, and that's the best.
All right, welcome back to the Coyote Den. You're listening to Art Sandoval, Kellen McDonald. And I tell you what a contest this has been. 31-31. And, the Roswell Coyotes had, at the end of one, it was 13-12 in favor of the Roswell Coyotes. And then in the second half, it's just been a great contest for the most part. Now, the gist of it is, it was really kind of a sloppy first quarter, but the Roswell Coyotes and the Organ Mountain Knights have really kind of cleaned it up here in the second quarter, and now it's tied up at 31. What are your thoughts, Coach?
Well, yeah, sloppy by both teams in that first quarter. Coyotes kind of cleaned up the turnovers in the second quarter where they only had 3. But both teams, look like early season basketball. But I think if you're Roswell High, you got to be happy with this start. This is a very good team, and definitely underdog in your own gym. If you can come out at halftime with a brand new ball game and the other team in foul trouble is the other thing. That's the other story of the first half to me.
Absolutely. So, Coach, talk to me a little bit about some stats here for both squads, if you don't mind. 31-31. It is halftime with 6 minutes and about 15 seconds before we start the second half. Coach, talk to us.
All right. So, Lenny Washington had 1 point in the first half, 2 points each from Jaime Renteria Garcia and Ray Venegas. 3 points from Paul Hill on the and one bucket there at the end. 5 point each from Emmett McDaniel and Ethan Pack. 6 points for Yanai Wilson and 7 leading scorer, but all in the first quarter for Brandon Karras. There were a total of, I count 14 fouls on Organ Mountain, and as I said, they have, I would say, 4 players in foul trouble right now. They have 5 players in foul trouble. They have 3 with 2 and 1 with 3, and that includes 4 out of the 5 starters. So, going to the Roswell High side, it was 1 point for Kyle Mesquita off the bench, 2 for Omar Ramos chipping in from the Pine as well. Jason Cloud with 3, Rylan Saraceno with 3. 6 points for Jacob Palomino, all but 2 of those, 8 points for Palomino. 7 for Zai Carrasco, and leading scorer in the first half was Stephen McCaskill with 9.
Okay, well, there you have it. We're going to take a break. The Roswell Coyotes taking on the Organ Mountain Knights. We're at halftime. 31-31 is the score. We'll be back here in about 4 minutes. You're listening and watching KSVPTV.com and Coyote Basketball. We'll be back.
Calici's is ready to bring you the coolest dessert in the desert. Desert Ice, a 100% fat-free and dairy-free premium fruit ice that's made daily. Whether in the desert on a cone, a cup, or as a mix-it, Desert Ice is the perfect treat to cool you down when things get hot. Available in fruitastic flavors like mango, strawberry, lemon, and orange. Try it alone, in a cone, or take it to the party zone and mix it in with any Calici's flavor. Turns out the desert can be a pretty cool place. Get to Calici's on North Main in Roswell, Roswell's newest spot to chill out. Dion's is proud to be a part of the Roswell community and is the perfect place for team dinners, family gatherings, and all your catering needs. Stop by Dion's in their beautiful restaurant at 1350 South Main Street in Roswell for the best pizza, salads, and subs in town. Or visit Dion's.com to order ahead for dine-in or for a super fast pickup. That's Dion's.com to see the full menu and order ahead. Thanks, Roswell, for letting Dion's celebrate the community they love. Dion's, where great food and good people meet. Now,
what if you could look forward 1 year, 4 years, 40 years? What does the future look like? How will you ignite it? This is where the future gets fueled, where ideas come to life and identities flourish. This is where we define opportunity as individuals and as a pack. Being a Lobo is about so much more than the classes you take. It's about the mark you make on your world, because the journey starts here, but it never ends. What will you ignite?
Check out some of the bargains you'll find this week at your local Farmers Country Market. Original 32-ounce packages of Kraft Velveeta are $6.98 each, and a select group of Ore-Ida potatoes are $3.98 each. In produce, white cauliflower are $1.97 each, and 7-count bags of Hass avocados are $2.97 each. In the meat department, quarter loin cut pork chops are $1.69 a pound, and whole select New York strips are $5.99 a pound. These are just some of the savings you'll find this week at your local Farmers Country Market.
If you're missing a tooth or several teeth, a dental implant may be the ultimate solution. Implants look and feel so much like real teeth that you probably forget you have an implant. Maupin & Brown Dentistry is one of New Mexico's most experienced implant providers, with literally thousands of implant patients who are absolutely delighted with the results. Call Maupin & Brown today for an evaluation. You'll be surprised how affordable implants can be. Maupin & Brown, your choice for experienced, state-of-the-art dentistry.
Oasis Computers has been Roswell's trusted source for home and small business computers for over 30 years, and they continue to be your best resource for computer repairs, operating system upgrades, web root managed antivirus, special orders, and more. Oasis Computers is now open from 8 to 1, Monday through Friday, to better serve you. Service calls by appointments and after-hour appointments are available too. Stop by Oasis Computers at 1703 North Garden or call or text 575-625-9141 for even faster service.
All right, welcome back to the Coyote Den. The 1-0 Roswell Coyotes taking on the Organ Mountain Knights from Las Cruces, New Mexico. The Organ Mountain Knights coming in this season, preseason ranked 4th. It is tied up 31 apiece. We're under a minute before we start the second half. Coach McDonald, what are your thoughts from the first half and what's going to carry on in the second half?
Well, like I said, you know, before we went to break, you got to be happy if you're Coach Barola going in this game tied at halftime. Now what you got to do is make the adjustment so you can stay in the game and so you can have a chance to win at the end. Now you'd love to go on big runs and get a big lead, but I don't see that happening here tonight. So what you got to do is stick to the game plan. You got to make sure that what I would be doing is make sure they're attacking the basket and attacking the defense, not settling for jump shots, not settling for long threes. You know, attack the defense, you know, put the onus on these officials, make them call fouls, maybe get those starters on the bench. And anytime you do that, you know, you got a chance.
You know, looking at the schedule for the Organ Mountain Knights, of course, they're taking on Roswell tonight here in their first contest. And then on December 9th, they will be taking on Volcano Vista.
Yeah, the number one Volcano Vista.
The number one Volcano Vista. And then December 14th, Hope Christian. And mind you, Hope Christian, you know, they're a lower classification than, you know, the Roswell Coyotes and, of course, the Organ Mountain Knights. But you understand, Hope Christian came to the Pocorn tournament a few years ago and won it.
Well, and they're playing up a classification. You know, the way I understand it, they could be playing 3A basketball. They're playing up because they're that good.
They're that good, right.
The program's been that good. I had the opportunity to.
So I think, actually, if I'm not mistaken, they were at the 4A classification.
Yeah, they're ranked number 5 in 4A, and they're playing up. So I mean, that just tells you about the program.
Yeah. So, all right, looks like we're going to start the third quarter here, and the Roswell Coyotes and Stephen McCaskill now will have the ball back to Zai Carrasco. Josh Martinez in the ball game for the Coyotes, along with Saraceno and Palomino. And didn't see the call.
Well, he called a 5-second violation, and it's a good call. I mean, you've got to make a move or get some distance between you and that defender, and it's just good defense by Organ Mountain. And the Coyotes will start off with the turnover here in the third quarter.
All right, so I have an update as the Lady Coyotes traveled over to Lovington, taking on the Lady Wildcats. The Lady Coyotes lost 44-40. So it sounded like it was a great contest over there as we're getting updates from Lovington. And looks like Organ Mountain, that was Wilson with the three-point shot. 34-31 now in favor of Organ Mountain. And now here comes Zai Carrasco and the Coyotes.
Now see, here's what you can do if you're Coach Barola. He's putting Zai out here on the perimeter. He's being guarded by a big man. So you draw their big man out, and that can be helpful.
Well, Mesquita tries to take a
nice
three-point
pass.
shot, no good. And now Organ Mountain is back on the board with Ethan Coombs for 2 points. The Roswell Coyotes are going to take a timeout. Looks like 30 seconds. We'll be right back. You're listening, watching KCPTV.com and Roswell Coyote basketball.
How do you make the most of your land? Shaw does it behind the wheel of a John Deere 1025R compact tractor, as he does everything to make
my yard look as beautiful as I possibly can.
But the Hubbards use their 1025R because
we really are trying to create this homestead.
There are millions of ways to make the most of your land. How will you make the most of yours? Nothing runs like a Deere.
Stop by Pecos Valley Equipment in Artesia and Roswell, or visit us online at pecosvalleyequipment.com.
Welcome back to the Coyote Den. The Organ Mountain Knights 36, the Roswell Coyotes 31, as Coach Barola takes his first 30-second timeout. That was kind of a quick one, too. Yeah.
I like the timeout there. You can't let him get on any kind of run. So I'm perfectly fine with that timeout. Get your troops in order and try to stop the momentum.
Oh, that time it looks like Lenny Washington, if I'm not mistaken, will get called for the foul, but let's get that confirmation. Oh, no, they're going to say it's on Coombs.
And that's the one I was missing. That's 4 fouls on Coombs.
So that's big for the Roswell Coyotes.
Yeah, I mean, that's your starting point guard. And they're leaving him in. Oh, no, they're not. No, they're not.
So Yanni Wilson, he is going to stay in the ball game.
No, he's out.
So Coombs is coming out. Okay. So Carrasco will get it into Palomino. Carrasco dribbling with his left hand, stops the dribble, and here comes McCaskill. No, I'm sorry, that is Yeah, it is McCaskill.
Yeah, and I'm not crazy about that call.
We're going to call it a travel?
They called it a hell ball.
Oh, hell ball. Okay.
I think you just got to let that one go. It's either a foul or a block. It wasn't held.
Yeah, I didn't see that. Oh, that's going to be
Martinez, his first.
A foul on Josh Martinez. Yeah, so it was a score in Lovington, 44-40. The Lovington Lady Wildcats defeated the Roswell Lady Coyotes. Looks like Elena Tarim was the top scorer with 14 points.
I'll tell you what, Lovington Lady Wildcats must have improved quite a bit, because they were definitely rebuilding last couple of years.
Sure were. And that's going to be on Palomino.
Oh, no, they're going to get. Yep.
Well, what the Coyotes are going to have to do once again is just continue to key on Brandon Karras, the 6'5" senior. I mean, he is dominant by all means.
Well, and, you know, I'd like to see him a little more aggressive on the offensive end, maybe a tad less aggressive down here.
Oh, that's a great reverse move for Organ Mountain. That's going to be Emmett McDaniel for two. 38-31 now as the Organ Mountain Knights extend their lead. Saraceno dribbles with the left hand, shoots from the free throw, and no good. Rebounded by Organ Mountain, and here comes Emmett McDaniel. Wilson for three. And now
threes for Wilson to start the second half. He's not afraid to shoot it.
Just like that, a 10-point lead. It was tied up at half.
And let's see if they get Wilson here. It'll be his fourth if it is. It is. So now Coombs and Wilson, your starting backcourt with 4 fouls each. And we have 5.5 left in the third quarter. And to me, partner, that's poor coaching.
Yeah.
They shouldn't be out. You're up 10, and you got a guy with 3 fouls out there. I don't get it. I don't get it.
Well, we'll see what happens here as Carrasco has an opportunity. I thought he was going to go baseline there, but Saraceno back to Palomino. Back to McCaskill. And that's going to be a good job by Jacob Palomino. He'll go to the line to shoot 2.
And that's 3 on Lenny Washington. So, yeah, it's a for real issue. Really just McDaniel and Karras not in foul trouble. The rest of the rotation is, including the other 3 starters.
I don't understand that. Okay, so once again, the free throws for the Roswell Coyotes in the first half were a bit sloppy. And really, that is kind of the name of the game right now.
Yeah, Palomino's kind of found it here. I mean, after starting off 1 for 5, he's made 4 out of his last 6, so that's better.
So Palomino sinks both free throws. Now it's 41-33. Good job by Carrasco. Good outlet pass underneath the basket, and Saraceno's going to have to do something about those glasses. He's going to have to get him a strap.
Well, yeah, I don't get that either. So now they got the 4th foul on the third starter, Lenny Washington, coach. Yeah. I mean, maybe he wants his whole bench to play the 4th quarter. I don't know.
Well, maybe that's certain, but Saraceno will sink the first free throw. 41-34.
We have not seen the 6'6" freshman, but something tells me we might.
Saraceno sinks the second free throw.
Oh, nearly another turnover. They're about to get a 10-second call.
And it is. Is they calling a timeout? Looks like they're going to call a timeout. Is that going to be a full timeout or a 30? They're going to call a full timeout, so 60 seconds. We're going to take one, too. Coyotes trail 41-35. You're listening and watching KSUPTV.com. We'll be right back.
The ultimate Wi-Fi experience is now available to you thanks to Smart Home Wi-Fi with Plateau. Get fiber-to-home technology 100 times faster than average household internet speed. Plateau has multiple plans and options to fit your family. With Fast, get true 100 megs per second download and upload speed. With Faster, get true 500 megs of download and upload speeds. And with Fastest, you get 1 gig. Learn more at plateautel.com. Get the speed you need with Plateau. Tried, true, trusted.
This time of year, we all become kids again, especially when we start thinking about Christmases past, how they smelled, how they looked, and how they felt. We get a little weepy remembering those uncles and aunts and parents and grandparents who made Christmas time so special and gave us the traditions we passed down to our own kids. This is Jim Gill from Roswell Seed Company. Shirley and I wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And remember, that mess in the living room on Christmas morning is the most glorious mess in the world. Don't be too quick to clean it up.
Do you know? 41-35 in favor of the Organ Mountain Knights.
Were you doing the same thing I was doing, staring at them,
yeah,
mopping the floor down there, and forgetting to come back on the air?
Yeah, I was thinking about.
Fascinating, wasn't it?
That was probably the most fascinating thing I've seen all night. It was like,
why?
Yeah, what was the reason for that? Why?
I don't know, but we were both just mesmerized by them mopping up the floor on the bench over there.
Get a towel better yet, and don't make. Anyway.
Yeah.
I think you and I are on the same page on that because I was just in a daze. I was just in a daze.
Yeah, I was too. All right,
anyway.
So the Coyotes have cut it to 6 here. The little mini run, they've got to keep it going here. And I know I keep saying it, but keep getting after it because there's still players out there in potential foul trouble. You got Venegas with 2. You got Ethan Pack out there with 2. I mean, you need to continue to get them in foul trouble, make them go deeper and deeper into that bench.
All right, it's 41-35, and the shot is up and no good by Patrick Adelahusi. So Kyle's now.
His first action tonight, I believe.
Yes, it is. I think he was in a little earlier, maybe in the first quarter, maybe early in the second.
That's all right. We'll take that. Go to the basket hard.
Emmett McDaniel.
Make him defend you.
Goes across the timeline, swings over to the left side to Renteria Garcia. And the big man, Brandon Karras.
Gotta box him out. Nobody's standing around.
Sinks it for 2.
Too easy.
Number 21, that's Josh Martinez. Back to McCaskill. You know, one of the things that I have noticed, it's going to be a hell ball. During practices, at least what I observed, Carrasco has been really hot at the three-point range. He can shoot it.
Yeah, he's really added that to his game. I remember, just when he first came in the program playing JV as a freshman, he definitely didn't have the range. But he's worked on it and gotten good at it. I'm fine with him taking open threes.
Well, he's matured a lot. He's a junior now, and he's ready to rock and roll. 21 seconds as the Roswell Coyotes did take a 30-second timeout. Top 10 action. What do you think, Coach, in the 5A classification?
Well, you do have Volcano Vista. That'll be the opponent of Organ Mountain in their next game, followed by Cleveland, Los Lunas, Organ Mountain at 4, and Atrisco at 5. La Cueva, Santa Fe, Farmington, Sandia, and the Hobbs Eagles round out the top 10 in the 5A classification. As we said, Roswell is currently ranked 16th. Now, of course, this is the coaches' poll. This is, just what the coaches think. So, and it's early in the season, of course.
Oh, Saraceno gets hit hard. Kind of dazed in there. He's going to be all right. He's going to have to get a strap for those glasses.
Yeah, I mean, I don't understand that at all. I know as a youngster when I was playing in mine, my parents would not have let me play without a strap on them. I mean, those things
cost a little bit of money.
Yeah, they're expensive.
Emmett McDaniel now. Finally, he goes across to Paul Hill, and the big man scores 2 more, and Brandon Karras puts the Organ Mountain Knights at 10-point lead.
Game's leading scorer with 11. Attack the basket. There you go. There you go. Yep, they're going to call a foul on the ground. And let's see who they get. So Venegas gets his third personal and going to get 2 shots for McCaskill. See, there's just so many reasons why you attack the basket in this situation. You got the foul trouble. Now you got the 2-shot penalties, whether that wasn't a shooting foul, but it's still a 2-shot penalty because of the new rule.
Rylan Saraceno, he's still a bit shaken up. He's fine, but still a little shaken up. He really, doing that, looked like he ran into.
Yeah, I think it was inadvertent. I think they just kind of bumped together. I don't think it was a dirty play at all.
No, not at all. And I was thinking he ran into Karras, but that's kind of a big fella.
Yeah. Yeah, list him at 6'5", and he's not skinny.
No, he's not. And there's Karras from three-point land. And up, no good.
Another foul. This one on Paul Hill, his first. So if you're Organ Mountain, that's who you want fouling. But, Karras, he got some breaks in the first half. They're not going to have that luxury now with so many of the other starters in foul trouble. He's going to probably have to go the distance from here on out.
10-point lead for Organ Mountain, and there's going to be a turnover on the Roswell Coyotes.
They're 4th of the quarter, so it's kind of seesawed. Turnover problems for each team. Right now, it's afflicting the Coyotes in a bad way.
Emmett McDaniel still in the ball game from way downtown. Number 20, Paul Hill, and no good.
Yeah, that's a good call.
Yeah.
That ball bounced off 2 Oregon players, but it bounced off of Palomino last. So
approaching the 8 o'clock hour here in Roswell, New Mexico. Roswell Coyotes taking on the Organ Mountain Knights. Karras, I'm gonna get that one on McCaskill.
Yeah, and you know what? That's close. And they come together there, the officials. I don't know if he's trying to talk him out of it or what, but to me, that was one that you could probably call either way. It was that close.
Flip a coin is what you're saying, huh?
Yeah. But they gave the foul. They should have given it to McCaskill, and they gave it to Carrasco. So let's see if they fix it.
That's with Carrasco.
I have it as a third on McCaskill, though maybe I already put it down. I think I did.
Great rebound by Palomino. Palomino, quick outlet to McCaskill. McCaskill going in.
And that'll be the third on him. So getting a little sloppy here, as we'll have all free throws now the rest of the quarter, either way.
Yeah, looking at Karras here, and that's going to be good defense by McCaskill. McCaskill a little upset, it appears.
Yeah, he consecutive plays, he got the wrong end of 2 charging calls.
Sure did. Oh, that's a shot right there by Karras, and good defense by McCaskill once again. Yeah, Stephen McCaskill all over the court, Coach.
Yeah, using that length. He's long. He's like a mini Wemby out there. He's just using that length and that reach. But it's just tough for a team when one of your ball handlers is your tallest guy. It's just going to be something they have to deal with all year, and it makes it that much harder for the guys that are the bigs, if you want to call them that, the post players.
Oh, that
should be Kyle ball. It is.
Yeah,
good call.
Turnover, right?
No, it's a team rebound, actually.
Okay, it's not a turnover. Okay. So here comes Palomino. He goes across the timeline. Cloud in the ball game now.
Coyotes are fine here. They're down 10, but they've kind of stemmed the run. Yeah, that's a foul, and it'll be on Renteria Garcia.
Well, I'd like to see on that situation here, and again, my opinion, I would like to see Cloud, if he's going to, try to go in a little bit. You had Zach Carrasco on three-point land. I would have probably swung it over to him right there.
Well, and yeah, the reason I agree with that, normally I would, before this year I would say no, because, you wouldn't get free throws on a pass.
Correct.
But here you're getting 2 shots because all fouls are 2 shots when you're in the quarter bonus now. So, yeah, kick it out. Because if they don't call a foul, then maybe you do have an open 3.
And that's going to be a turnover.
But again, don't try to make a 9-point shot here. I mean, you got plenty of time to come back. Just play your game. Play your good defense, run your offense, keep attacking. Make Karras work. Because like I said, he's probably not going to get to come out of the game with all this foul trouble.
Coyotes have only scored 5 points here in the third quarter.
Yeah, and it's that's in 6+ minutes, so they need a run here at the end. Going to bring in Mosquita. McCaskill, the only Coyote with 3 fouls. So they're in good shape here.
Yeah, there's Cloud now. There it is right there. And there's Saraceno for 3 and misses.
Misses badly.
Karras, the big man. Quick outlet to Paul Hill, and Paul Hill for 2.
Yeah, nice just spot up jumper. Just knocking down the shots you're supposed to as a role player coming off the bench. I like that call. I like that call. I think you got it right. Coach Barola doesn't like it, but he looked like good block. Ball is maintained contact by opposing players for a significant amount of time there. I think you got that one right. Uh-oh.
There's an inbound. We go back to Emmett McDaniel to do the ball handling along with Renteria Garcia.
Got him right there.
Raven Agus.
But you can't foul. So we're going to get Cloud. He is first if we do. Oh, second.
So it's going to be the 5th team foul for the Roswell Coyotes. And the Oregon Mountain Knights mirror that. I'm still just kind of concentrating on that mop over there, Coach. I'm just like, wasn't sure why that happened there.
What was that all about?
I'm not real sure. The Oregon Mountain Knights.
And Oregon Mountain's been pretty good at the line tonight, but Venegas did not make the first one there.
Raven Agus on the second one, that's up and good.
So now they extend the lead to 12. Coyotes can't let this get away from them here. 12-point lead is kind of a big lead with this score going into the last minute of the third quarter.
McCaskill guarded by Renteria Garcia.
Yep, they're going to get the block.
5 points again for the Roswell Coyotes here in the third quarter. 45.2 left in quarter 3.
So De La Houssaye picking up his first. McCaskill, who missed his last 2, needs to make these 2 since he made them all before that. There you go. Yeah, and if I'm the Knights, I'm playing for the last shot of the quarter here. Try to take a minimum of a 10-point lead into the fourth quarter. I'm not going to be in any hurry.
McCaskill sinks them both. 10-point lead once again for the Oregon Mountain Knights. And I think you're right, Coach. If I were the Oregon Mountain Knights, I would be.
Ooh, nice floater by De La Houssaye.
Shoot. Yeah, anyway, it's a Roswell Coyote ball now, and let's see what the Coyotes do here. Looks like Mesquite will swing it over to Cloud. Cloud going to stay on the right side, finds McCaskill, back to Mesquite for three, no good.
Bodies everywhere and a good, quick held ball call there. It's not getting anybody hurt. Good hustle by both teams. And now the Coyotes with just a little under 9 seconds to try to cut into this 12-point lead. So we head to the final stanza.
All right, let's see what Cloud does here. He just traveled. McCaskill from the three-point range and no good. It was close, I would say. All right, well, it is 50-38, 12-point lead for the Organ Mountain Knights. We're going to take a break. You're watching and listening.
Do you know what the hardest part of dealing with a roofer is? Just trying to get him on the phone. Trustmark Roofing wants you to know you can always trust Trustmark Roofing to answer their phones. You need a free roof inspection? Just call 575-755-ROOF, and the phone will be answered by a live person, a real human being. Have a roofing project already going with them and need to discuss it? Just call 575-755-ROOF, and Trustmark Roofing will answer the phone. No answering machines, no voicemails, no weird robot automated attendant. That's because at Trustmark Roofing, they're all about relationships and treating people right. That's true for customers and vendors and insurance companies and employers, anyone and everyone who comes in contact with Trustmark Roofing. So if you have any roofing needs at all, trust Trustmark to treat you right and answer the phone. The number again, 575-755-ROOF, or find them online at trustmarkroofpros.com.
Welcome back to the Coyote Den. Coyotes trail 50-38 as we begin the fourth quarter here. Looks like Stephen McCaskill, Palomino, Cloud, Kyle Mesquite, and Rylan Saraceno in for the Roswell Coyotes.
Both teams cleaned it up turnover-wise. Only had 4 for Roswell and 3 for Organ Mountain in that quarter.
Patrick De La Huse will inbound it to number 14, Emmett McDaniel. In the ball game, too, is Renteria Garcia along with Ethan Pack. And then, of course, the big man, Brandon Karras.
Yeah, basically 2 starters and 3 bench players, which will have to be the case here until, well, whenever coach decides. But I would think deep into the quarter with this lead.
Baseline is Mesquite, and he will step out.
Some quick turnovers for each team as Carrasco will check back in for Mesquita. I think you're going to have to leave Palomino, Carrasco, Saraceno out there. Probably McCaskill too, if you want to have a chance here.
Well, and there's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. I think you're exactly right. And I think I would, and again, just my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, either you get back in it and then maybe get them a rest.
Absolutely.
Or you don't, and then, you know, you can pull them out then too.
Let's see if he can, that's going to be a foul.
Second on
Patrick De La Huse, is that?
De La Huse.
De La Huse. Hey, speaking of that, I really enjoyed the football game last night, Monday Night Football. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Heck of a ball game with the Bengals.
Yeah, that was an entertaining one.
Really a lot of fun.
Hate to see a star quarterback go down for a while, but we'll see. Oh,
and the backup did a great job, didn't he?
Yeah, that never looked good from the start.
All right, McLeod. Jalen Cloud dribbling. Just kind of getting some direction now. He's trying to get Carrasco in the corner baseline maybe to get a three-point opportunity. Rylan Saraceno for 3. No good. And here comes the big man, Karras, over to McDaniel.
That looked like a step.
And what do they say? The ball doesn't lie, right?
Yeah, I don't care for that saying, but I'm not sure why I don't care for it. But
just your preference, Coach. That's
probably because the ball does lie about half the time.
Most of the time it does.
Yeah. I chalk that one up there with screaming and one every time you go to the basket.
Yeah, that's kind of a old saying there, right? So, okay, for the Roswell Coyotes now, it's Josh Estrada in the ball game. Cloud.
That's what they got to do.
To the basket.
That's what you got to do.
He's in for two and go to the line to shoot the and one. And now it is a 10-point lead once again for Organ Mountain, but Cloud will go to the line.
And they don't know who the foul was on. Tell them who the foul was on, Hector. Thank you.
That's going to be on number 20.
11. He's out. It's Coombs. Coombs waited all this time to come back in the game.
Wasn't it?
No, he put up the ones, I think. So Coombs is done. Fouls out with 2 points. That's the starting point guard. He sat the whole second half because the coaches allowed him to get in that foul trouble, and then he comes in and plays 1 minute, and he's out.
We talked about that.
2 minutes, I guess.
Well,
yeah, absolutely.
That could end up haunting Organ Mountain here.
Well, I mean, they've been playing without him this whole half, so, I mean.
Yeah.
But, you know, these guys aren't used to those minutes. It's early season, probably not in basketball shape yet, so, yes, it could still be a factor. Yeah, it's good defense.
Nothing you can do about that. Karras with 2 more, 12-point lead for the Knights. 52-40. We're under 6 minutes here in this contest.
I mean, what do you think, partner? Is it Palomino just got to sell that charge a little more?
A little longer, I think so. I think he needs to keep his feet. Well, his feet were set. Just maybe a little longer.
Yeah, maybe just yell or go down harder or something. I mean, I don't know what else you do.
Well, I think he went down plenty hard, but that's going to be in the eye. And that time it's going to work for McCaskill.
And it's going to foul out Wilson.
And Wilson's going to go have a seat. So this, as you talked about in the first half.
But is there time? Is there time left now?
Could this haunt the Organ Mountain Knights?
Well, and if it does, it's going to be 100% on the coach, in my opinion. I mean.
All right, so right here, it is a 52-40 lead for Organ Mountain. 5:34 left in the contest. Looks like Carrasco will inbound to Cloud.
Keep your eye on number 5, Lenny Washington, because he's playing with 4 fouls as well. Let's see if they go at him.
Yeah, Lenny Washington, number 5. There's going to be a 3-point shot by Cloud, and that's an air ball. But there's Carrasco for 2.
All right, they cut it to 10.
Washington, back to Karras, back to Washington across the timeline. Back to Patrick Adelahusi. Nope, good.
See, and
here comes Cloud.
That's a terrible shot by Organ Mountain.
Oh no. I think I disagree with that call. I don't know about you, partner.
I mean, you can certainly make the argument that the defender's giving ground there and that Cloud initiated the contact. But, I mean, he's moving. I mean, yeah. That's a tough one. That's
another toss-up right there, isn't it?
I mean, I'll even say if I had to call it one way or the other, I'm calling that a block. So, but again, you know, he is moving backwards, which you're allowed to do.
Okay, Lenny Washington back over to Emmett McDaniel, the 5'9" sophomore.
You know, we've had so many block charges in this game, and any official will tell you it's the toughest call to make in basketball. And, you know, it's the easiest call in basketball if you're a fan watching the game because it's always against the other team. But, I mean, if you're calling it correctly and doing your job and in position, it's still super, super difficult.
Okay, and there comes the Roswell Coyotes now with Palomino.
Nice job, Jacob.
And Palomino in for 2.
All right, got it to 8. Plenty of time. Plenty of time. Just keep doing what you do. Got timeouts. Got nobody in foul trouble.
That's a travel.
I didn't see it. Did you see it?
It was a travel.
It looked awkward for sure. It's all about that back foot.
Yeah, the back foot had some movement there, and here comes Zach Carrasco, and you have Cloud in the ball game still. Carrasco, again, can shoot the rock from three-point land. Let's see if he's able to do that.
He can, because Sarah...
McCaskill for three, up, no good.
Oh.
Here comes Lenny Washington. Lenny Washington.
Oh, and they get the timeout. They probably get a bucket from Karras if they don't. But
so Oregon Mountain's going to take a timeout. Was it confirmed 30 seconds? No, it is going to be a 60-second timeout. We'll take one, too. You're listening to Coyote Basketball on KSVPTV.com. We'll be right back.
Rosa, have you decided where you're going to college yet?
There's so many choices. I'm still not sure.
Well, I've decided to attend the University of New Mexico. It's the only Research One university in the state. It's the flagship, and their academic programs are among the best in the nation.
The University of New Mexico? Can I still apply?
Of course. UNM is New Mexico's best university, and residents of New Mexico get preference in admission. Apply now, and we'll attend UNM together.
The University of New Mexico, New Mexico's University of Opportunity. Apply today at unm.edu.
Wakefield Oil Company is a name you can rely on with full service at the pump the way it used to be. You can expect service in just 15 seconds. They offer bulk fuel and oil services and even diesel exhaust fluid. Wakefield Oil Company will deliver to farms, ranches, dairies, the oil fields, and more with dependable service you can count on. So the next time you need service or delivery, go with the name that locals have trusted since 1983. Wakefield Oil Company, 311 South Virginia in Roswell. Let them earn your business.
We're back. 3 minutes, 51 seconds left in this contest. 52-44, the Coyotes do trail.
Do they have time, partner? That's the question. Do they have time to complete the comeback? Now, obviously, in the realm of possibility, yes. But the way the game's going, I have my doubts. But let's see if they can prove me wrong.
Well, once again, I think they have to get the ball in the hands of Zy Carrasco in three-point land.
Well, they've got to pressure the ball because the starting backcourt is out of the game. And there you go.
There it is, the travel. And there's the call by Mr. Solis.
And 5 turnovers. And I like that. That's an offensive substitution there.
I like this, exactly. Now you have Saraceno that can also shoot the three-point shot from three-point land.
Yeah, maybe the best three-point shooter on the team.
Could be. Okay, so Cloud, you got to have maybe a little sense of urgency here.
Yeah, plenty of time, though. I mean, you don't have to. That's a good move there.
That's a
good
nice shot.
move. So after the bad start by Cloud, I love seeing him play through it.
Cool, calm, and collective there.
Yeah, that's a great job there. Ooh.
Okay, nice layup there by number 21. That's a Ray Venegas. 54-46, 3:12 left in this contest. Zy Carrasco for three, no good.
Yeah, had to rush it a little.
He did rush it.
Easy. Well, they're calling a foul on De La Houssaye. Away from the ball. A little too aggressive on the box out, I guess is what they're saying. So next foul on Oregon Mountain.
Yeah. Well, I didn't see that. I thought he kind of carried the ball from my angle, but
they called a foul on McCaskill, his 4th on the illegal screen.
Oh, is that what it was? Okay.
Yeah. So they give it right back.
So McCaskill, Carrasco, you have also number 21, Josh Martinez, Palomino, and Cloud in the ballgame for the Roswell Coyotes. And here comes Lenny Washington. Lenny Washington with 4 fouls. And there you go. And I see that too. That is a very good call.
Yeah, and the reason that's backcourt is because he takes off from the front court.
Okay.
So he is established in the front court. He catches the ball, and then he lands in the backcourt.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
So a pivot foot there for Cloud. He decides to dribble. That's going to be a good job by Cloud. And so Cloud will go to the line to shoot too.
Yeah.
And again.
And every foul from now on, they'll shoot.
There you go.
So they did get Renteria Garcia, so his 3rd.
So, 5 team fouls for Oregon Mountain, 2 for the Roswell Coyotes. 54-46. Cloud with the first opportunity. It's going to be up and No good.
And you're down 8. You got to have all your free throws. I mean,
every one of them.
Less than 3 minutes. You don't have the luxury of missing free throws right now. I mean, you did a great job attacking the basket, getting fouled, but you have to take advantage.
There's the second free throw for Cloud. That's up and good, and substitution now. Once again, it's going to be a defensive substitution.
Yeah, they do this so they can set up the press. I like it. Use substitution so you can get your press set up.
Josh Martinez in the ball game, as Saraceno will have a seat for just a moment. He will be back in. They're going to call that a held ball, and I think
it's turnover.
It's going to be a turnover. Saraceno back in once again. Looks like De La Houssaye. Well,
now you talked about the sense of urgency before. Now they got to have it. Now you can't. Just got to attack now. See, this is too long.
There you go. There's a three-point shot by Carrasco. 54-50.
Two-possession game. All of a sudden, near turnover.
Oh, they're going to call it on McCaskill.
Yep, and that's a good call, but it's going to be 5 on McCaskill, and that's big. That's big.
I'm telling you.
Oh, it's just 4 on McCaskill. All right.
Yeah, you thought it was 5, right? But it's only 4.
Yeah.
All right.
So McCaskill's still in the game, and he'll stay there until his 5th foul or the game's over.
So here is where Organ Mountain will kind of just try to stall a little bit here, and there's going to be a foul on Jalen Cloud.
And that's all right. You got to be aggressive on your defense here. You almost have to do that.
So it's going to be the 14th foul for the Roswell Coyotes, and nobody hurt at this point. But again, Organ Mountain's just going to try to play a little bit of a 4 to score or maybe a 4 to stall.
Yeah. No, I think you could straight up stall if you want to, if you're confident. Oh, big bucket by Venegas.
Ray Venegas with 3 points. 6-point lead now.
Yeah, still 2 possessions.
Yep.
Still plenty of time.
And that's what you do. Give it to Carrasco. And
so Venegas picks up his 4th.
Nice crowd here at the Coyote Den.
Boy, that's just the last thing you want to do in that situation. Stop the clock and put them on the line. Put a good free throw shooter on the line.
And this is going to be key. I'm very anxious. And, of course, it's both ways. There's a lot of missed opportunity for Organ Mountain and the Roswell Coyotes. But at the end result, I would be kind of curious to find out the percentage of free throws missed for the Roswell Coyotes. That one's in, 56-51. Still a 2-possession game. Full court pressure by the Roswell Coyotes. There's Karras with the ball. He's going to dribble, finds now number 3, Renteria Garcia, and he's in for 2. 58-51, under a minute 30 left in the ball game. Cloud with the ball. You have to have some urgency here.
Yeah, this is fine. This is fine. Oh, good job, Jalen.
And he's just doing a job. He's really battling in there.
Yeah, I'm so proud of him. That's tough to start the game off as rough as he started it off, and then to come in here and play this well in the second half. I'm happy with him.
Again, and this is no fault of anybody, but like I said, have to get into basketball shape. He's kind of breathing a little hard.
Yeah, everybody. Oh, and the student section's into it.
Yeah, good student section. Doing a great job at the student section. Doing what they're supposed to be doing. Cloud with a second shot. That's up and good. And 2 clutch free throws for the Roswell Coyotes. And there's going to be a 60-second timeout taken by Dubarola and the Coyotes. We're going to take one too. We will be right back. You are listening and watching KSUPTV.com and Roswell Coyote Basketball.
Richland Motors, it's never been easier to sell or trade your current car, truck, or SUV for a newer model to hit the road in. Even if you don't purchase from Richland, they want to buy your vehicle for top dollar. But if you do buy from Richland, don't forget, they're the home of the powertrain warranty for life. That's a whole lot of confidence for you. See Richland for details. 2nd and Sycamore and 1309 Southeast Main.
The need to grow past our basic capabilities and experience the impossible will forever keep aviation technology evolving. Within the Aviation Maintenance Technology program at ENMU Roswell, students thrive knowing that the faculty and community are supporting their success. ENMU Roswell is dedicated to empowering students through hands-on skills training in a nurturing environment. To learn more, contact us today.
All right, we are back. 58-53 is your score. The Organ Mountain Knights currently lead this contest with a minute 18 seconds left. And you have to. I mean, there's nothing you can do about that. I mean, I think that's a great foul. So that's going to be the 5th foul or the 6th foul here? I think that's going to be the 5th team foul.
Yeah, they stopped putting them up there after 5.
After 5, yep.
With the
new rule?
New rule with the quarter-by-quarter bonus system.
So they get 2 opportunities regardless. Karras sinks the first one.
Yeah, we were talking about free throw disparity. Well, maybe not disparity. The made free throw, the percentage disparity. With Organ Mountain only missing 4. Now they shot fewer, but they've only missed 4, and the Coyotes missed 11. So that's the difference in the ball game right here.
And Karras misses the second one, rebounded by Carrasco. Carrasco swings it over to McCaskill. McCaskill gonna loses the ball.
Well, they're gonna call a foul.
And Martinez will go to the line to shoot 2.
And they're gonna get Jaime Renteria Garcia, so he's got 4. So 3 players out there playing with 4 fouls. The other 2 that are out there are playing with 3 for Organ Mountain. Their 32nd foul of the game.
Key free throw by Martinez.
Yeah, and that's big. Hadn't scored in the game, hadn't played much, comes in, gets fouled, knocks down a free throw. Good job, Josh.
A lot of time, a minute 8.
Oh, absolutely. Be a 2-possession game either way.
And sinks it.
Now the easy 2-possession game.
Yeah, 4-point lead for Organ Mountain.
Oh, and
Karras.
Oh, look at, oh.
Good hustle by Zai Carrasco. Kid plays hard. Kid plays hard. He hits hard too.
Yeah, he does. And I promise you, he didn't feel a thing on that right there.
No.
Great hustle.
Totally numb. Lenny Washington with the ball. Lenny Washington with 4 fouls. And McCaskill, that's going to be it for McCaskill.
That will foul McCaskill out. Fouls out with 11 points.
Excuse me, that is Rylan Saraceno will come
And
in the
again,
ballgame.
with an undersized team and missing some people, missing Manny Fuentes, who's a good rebounder from his wing position. I mean, it just makes it really tough against a tall team like Organ Mountain. Now you lose your tallest player. You've got to be perfect boxing out.
Absolutely.
You just got to be perfect.
So, of course, Manny will be back here soon as he's still undergoing that concussion protocol.
Yeah. So, it's a good foul. I missed 1 free throw, so it's a good foul already. So let's see if it's a really good foul. If he misses and we can secure the rebound.
It's hard to believe it's already been over a week since the state championship game. That's correct, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. And the All-Star game. Zach Carrasco, baseline. Back to Martinez. I'm going to say it's on the ground.
So Venegas will foul out.
That's also big.
Yeah, I mean, we're under a minute, but.
How many timeouts we have here, partner?
2.
2 total?
Each team has 2. So we'll see if Martinez can knock these down. You know, I'm sure the officials love this new rule in regards to.
How do you like it?
Is the foul on the shot or on the ground? Because now it doesn't really
matter.
You know, half the time it doesn't matter.
So once you reach your 5th foul, anything after that.
Well, no, on the 5th foul.
On the 5th foul.
5th and after that.
And after, right. So anything after that is 2 shots regardless.
Right. Whether it's a hand check or a flagrant, you know, go for the block, knock the guy down.
But look at this.
1 possession game, partner.
All right, we're going to be right back. You are listening and watching Coyote Basketball on KSRPTV.com. We'll be right back.
The ultimate Wi-Fi experience is now available to you thanks to Smart Home Wi-Fi with Plateau. Get fiber-to-home technology 100 times faster than average household internet speed. Plateau has multiple plans and options to fit your family. With Fast, get true 100 megs per second download and upload speed. With Faster, get true 500 megs of download and upload speeds. And with Fastest, you get 1 gig. Learn more at plateautel.com. Get the speed you need with Plateau. Tried, true, trusted.
This time of year.
One possession ball game here as the Roswell Coyotes trail 60-57. And I'm telling you right now, this has been quite a contest here in this 4th quarter.
Boy, it really has. Much higher scoring second half. Well, actually about the same now that I look at it. It's 31-31 at halftime, but just seems like it's been more frenetic here at the end of the game. And, you know, they're 1 steal away, 1 stop away right now from tying up this ball game. All starts here with what the Roswell Coyotes do best, and that's full court press.
Lenny Washington will do the inbounding for the Knights. Full court pressure by the Coyotes.
Now you just foul.
And
now you just foul.
That's all you can do.
Oh, you can't. Oh.
You have to foul. And they're just kind of playing around a little bit, and there's the timeout.
Yeah, timeout before the foul, which is good. That probably bought him some more seconds off the clock. That'll be a
30-second timeout. Let's just stay here. 60-57 is a score in favor of the Organ Mountain Knights. You know, it's early in the year. This is the second ball game for the Roswell Coyotes. They're currently 1-0. They had a big win on December 2nd against Gadsden out of Anthony, New Mexico, 77-46. Coach, in your opinion, sir, what do we need to do here to get a victory?
Well, you got to hope they you got to foul as quickly as possible. Well, first you deny the inbound pass, try to get the steal. If you don't get the steal immediately, you got to foul.
Okay.
Then you got to hope they miss both free throws. I mean, that's really your only path. But, you know, this team is so good at pressure defense, a steal on the inbound is certainly not out of the realm of possibility.
All right, 60-57, 22.5 seconds left in the contest. Inbounding is Renteria Garcia.
Get him now. Get him now. Don't wait.
Have to foul.
Don't wait.
There's
now you got him in the corner, though. See.
And there's going to be Zai Carrasco now with the steal.
Need 3, Zai.
Let's see what happens here.
Shoot.
And there's going to be a timeout by the Roswell Coyotes. We're going to stay here. Let's make sure it's a 30-second timeout. Let's see what the officials say. Timeout, Roswell Coyotes. It will be a full timeout.
That's all they got left.
Well, let's just stay here.
Yeah,
let's just stay here. Anyway, we're talking a little strategy now for the Roswell Coyotes. Now the Roswell Coyotes are just 1 shot away or 1 possession away from tying this ball game up. What do the Roswell Coyotes need to do? As we were talking about earlier, it's early in the season. Do they have that individual to go to?
Well,
I mean, right now.
Yeah, I mean, if I've got everybody out here, I'm probably lining something up for Saraceno, maybe Fuentes or McCaskill. Now the problem with that is you don't have Fuentes or McCaskill, so I'm probably running a play to try to get the ball to Saraceno. But the advantage of having a team like this is you got you can put 5 shooters in.
Sure.
You know, five shooters that can get open and execute whatever play is drawn up right now. And so I look for them to have a pretty decent chance here to get a decent shot up and tie the game.
60-57 if you're just now tuning in to KSVPTV.com. We are here at the Coyote Den. 5 seconds left in this contest. And I tell you what, it's been a heck of a ball game.
Well, you got to love it coming down to the last play of the game, right?
That's all it is. Now, wouldn't that be something if you had a 4-point play?
Oh, my goodness.
I've seen it happen before.
Absolutely.
All right, here comes the Roswell Coyotes. Jalen Cloud will inbound here for the Roswell Coyotes. Oh, and there's Estrada there, and there's going to be a foul.
Yep, and that's on purpose.
And that's smart
for
Organ Mountain.
Because now you got to try to make the first one miss the second one, because there's not time for anything else. That is a super smart play by Organ Mountain. Foul as soon as they inbound the ball.
So immediately the Roswell Coyotes make 2 free throws by Jacob Palomino, they have to get into a full court press immediately and potentially foul or try to cause a turnover.
No, he's got to try to miss this second one. He's got to try to miss this. There's not time for anything else. I mean, I don't think.
Well, and you're right. I'm kind of with you. No timeouts left for the Roswell Coyotes.
I mean, I'm reaching back and chucking that thing and hoping it hits the rim and bounces out to my guy.
There it is.
Oh, but you got to hit the rim and you can't go across the line. Oh, Jacob.
Okay, so there's a timeout by Organ Mountain. It is going to be a 30-second timeout.
I think it's a full.
Well, and I think that's what the official. I think it has to be a full timeout.
That's what I had, but I could be wrong.
Well, and see, here's the thing, as you mentioned, Palomino just needed to shoot it, miss it, but he crossed the line as he did it.
Right. So the shooter and anyone behind the free throw line and outside the arc, of course, they can't cross until it hits something. Until it hits the rim, actually.
Right.
Well, no, that's not true. It can hit the backboard and then hit the rim. So they could, that's getting pretty technical.
Well, it has to make contact.
It has to make contact with something up there before they can cross. So as soon as he took off before it hit the backboard, in this case, because he missed the rim, it was a violation. A good call.
Okay, 60-58 is the score. Let's see what happens here. Is this going to be a...
Oh, easy. Easy, guys. I know you got a foul. Now, less than a second goes off. First foul on, second foul on Mosquito. So Brandon Karras, chance to ice it right here if he makes them both.
Yeah, Karras with the first shot. It's up, and now it's 61-58.
Yeah, seeing if you're down. Well, it's going to be tough. Tough to get a shot off in 3 seconds on a miss.
Well, if he sinks this.
Without a miss, you're done.
Done.
Only a foul on a 3 hurts you. So, Coach Gonzalez, get his boys over there on the sideline next to him.
And Karras sinks them both, and that is going to be the ball game as Palomino will shoot it from half court. And knocks down the official, but that is going to be the ball game as the Roswell Coyotes fall 62-58. Let's take a quick timeout. We'll go over statistics. Unless you're ready, you want to take a quick timeout?
Let's take a quick
All right,
one.
We'll be right back. You're listening and watching KSVPTV.com and Roswell Coyote basketball. We'll come back with stats here in just a moment.
How do you make the most of your land? Shaw does it behind the wheel of a John Deere 1025R compact tractor, as he does everything to make
my yard look as beautiful as I possibly can.
But the Hubbards use their 1025R because
we really are trying to create this homestead.
There are millions of ways to make the most of your land. How will you make the most of yours? Nothing runs like a Deere.
Stop by Pecos Valley Equipment in Artesia and Roswell, or visit us online at pecosvalleyequipment.com.
Welcome back to the Coyote Den. And what a game this was as the Roswell Coyotes fall 62-58. And tell you what, let's go over some statistics real quick, and maybe we'll get somebody up to talk to us.
All right, so Organ Mountain had 2 points each from De La Houssaye and Lenny Washington. They got 4 points from Jaime Renteria Garcia, including a clutch jumper late in the fourth. 5 points each from Ethan Pack and Paul Hill. 7 points each from Emmett McDaniel and Ray Venegas. Leading scorer, 12 points from Yanai Wilson and 16 from Brandon Karras to lead all scorers in the game. For the Roswell Coyotes, 1 point from Kyle Mesquita, 2 points from Omar Ramos, 4 for Josh Martinez, 5 for Rylan Saraceno. And in double digits, Jalen Cloud with 10, Stephen McCaskill with 11, Jacob Palomino with 12, and leading scorer for the Coyotes with 13 was Zai Carrasco.
All right, well, there you have it. The Roswell Coyotes fall 62-58, and the Organ Mountain Knights will be back in action now on December 9th against Volcano Vista. That game will be played at Organ Mountain High School.
Should be a good one.
And that will be an exciting one. So now the Organ Mountain Knights improve their record now to 1-0. And now for the Roswell Coyotes, as they fall to 1-1, we'll be back in action on December 7th against Miramaya, and that will be in Gallup, New Mexico. And then on 12-8 and 12-9 at Mesa Vista and Espanola Valley. And that's going to be a tournament that the Roswell Coyotes will be attending. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back in action soon. I don't have the girls scheduled, do you?
They don't play at home till after the break.
Till after the break.
Well,
so,
the holiday tournament.
Okay, so the next game we will have here at Roswell High School, it appears to be Polkhorn tournament.
Yeah.
Okay, and you and I will be doing that.
Yes, sir.
As of right now. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, safe travels back to Las Cruces, New Mexico. We'll see you next time, and it's always great to be a Coyote. Good night.